It's your boy, Codehova, Fly Combinator. We're going to continue on with iOS Hustla. We just finished talking about MVC, but like I said, you're going to get the idea of it once you start building in the MVC pattern. All right? Because talk is cheap, and it's different when you walk the talk. So we finished that. Let's create a new project. All right. Right now we're on 0117. All right. So, excuse me. Let's create a new single view app, 0117, and this is going to be, let's just call it MVC. All right. So we're just going to create it in the iOS Hustla folder. You can put it wherever the hell you want. I don't care. So what are we talking about now? What we're talking about is model classes. All right. So classes, model classes, they could be classes or structs. And when it comes to iOS development, Apple themselves, they recommend you to use structs opposed to classes. Use structs if possible, because structs are value based. All right. They're not reference based. So let's create a very simple app, super duper simple, all right? And what we're going to do is just have an app that shows a table of transactions. So what we're going to do is, let's start by doing something that you would do really in the field. Let's create a new group, all right? In this new group, it's going to be called models. And we're going to put our models in here. So let's open this folder and let's add a new file. And we're not going to add a Cocoa Touch class, but we're going to add a Swift file. And let's call this transaction. There you go. That's all you do. Let's create it. And boom, we have transaction.swift. And imported in here is foundation. And the thing is if you have added something like a Cocoa Touch class, it's going to say import UI kit. This is what you need to know about MVC, is that models, they don't need there's no reason to have UI kit imported into a model class, model file, be it a class or a struct. Because models, all they're supposed to do is hold data. It's UI kit means user interface kit, right? That's Apple's library of all their user interface objects. So the classes, model classes, have no need of knowing them. So that's key number one of MVC. So let's create a struct. All right, struct transaction. And this is going to be our model class. And what is in a transaction? Let's think about it. A transaction has a date. A transaction has an amount. A transaction. Let's create just what we have. So we're going to have a constant of date. And this is going to be a date object. And another thing is the amount. Let amount is going to be a double, because it could be $5.50. And this is one thing you should get used to. You see, we have date and amount. From my professional experience, I blow some of my friends' minds when I bring this up. But to make development easier for yourself and also your peers, alphabetize your instance variable. You're going to save a lot of headache by keeping it pimping, by being organized. So in a transaction, we got an amount and a date. Let's create one more, notes. And notes is going to be an optional string because we don't need to have notes. All right, there you go. So that is the model class. That's easy. That's it. Our model class of transaction, all it is going to hold is the data concerning the amount, how much we're talking about, the date, when it happened, and also the notes, be it the This is what I got for an eighth of that GDP. This is what I got for a quarter of cookies. This is what I got for a whole zip of limoncello. Who knows? Who knows? This is your app. So you could put in whatever note you would like. But that is our model class. It's a simple thing where it's just a transaction that's going to hold some data about a transaction. There you go. Easy. Let's keep it pimping, man. Just so we feel like real productive people, let's highlight this motherfucker. It's your boy, Codehova. Let's keep on hustling. You dig?